7 out of 10 people in the United States are living paycheck to paycheck. 7 out of 10. That means if you're driving down a street with 10 houses on it, 7 of those families are one unexpected bill away from a crisis. And here's what David Bach, one of the most respected personal finance experts in the world, author of The Automatic Millionaire, with over 7 million books sold, says about that. Nobody should be left behind when it comes to money. That's why I've spent 30 years of my life teaching people about money. End of quote. Today, based entirely on David Bach's teachings, we're breaking down the 5 money rules he has spent 3 decades proving work for ordinary people, starting exactly where they are. Rule number 1. According to David Bach, either you have a plan for your money or someone else does. Either you have a plan for your money or someone else has a plan for your money. End of quote. Bach explains that we are living in what he calls an automatic economy. Your phone is a money magnet. Netflix, the gym, your vitamins, your creams, your subscriptions. Every one of those services has you set up to pay them automatically, for life, whether you're using them or not. They don't want your money once. They want your money forever. That's called lifetime customer value. Most people, Bach says, are walking around with what he calls the no-plan plan. The paycheck comes in. It goes right back out. Nothing left. Bach's solution is what he calls the Automatic Millionaire Plan. You write down 2 lists, the things you have to have, rent, food, healthcare, and the nice-to-haves, delivery apps, subscriptions, dining out. Then you compare your spending to your actual values. Most people spend money in a way that is completely in conflict with their values. When you get clear on your values, the decision-making process around your money becomes easier. Rule number 2. According to David Bach, pay yourself first, 1 hour a day of your income, automatically, for life. Bach has been teaching this for over 20 years. Here's what it means. If you work a standard 8-hour day, the first hour of your income, whatever you earn in that hour, goes straight into a retirement account before you ever touch it. That equals roughly 12.5% of your gross income. If you put 1 hour a day of your income into a pre-tax retirement account, you are legally skipping the IRS on that portion of your income, and it grows tax-free until retirement. End of quote. Bach points to Fidelity's own data on 401k millionaires to prove this works. There are currently 565,000 people who are millionaires inside their Fidelity 401k plans. Average balance, $1.4 million. How long did it take? 26 years. What did they save? 14% of their income. Just over 1 hour a day. These are ordinary people. They simply spent 86 cents out of every dollar instead of the full 100. End of quote. If you don't have a 401k at work, Bach recommends a Roth IRA. Available to everyone, opened online in minutes. Start with 1% if that's all you can manage. You won't notice it. Go to 2% the next month. Then 3%. If you just did 1% a year, by the end of the year you'd be at 12%. You'd be saving 4 times what the average American with a retirement account saves. End of quote. One critical warning Bach gives. When you leave a job, never cash out your 401k. Roll it into an IRA or your new employer's plan. Vanguard research shows that one simple mistake, cashing out or getting auto-enrolled at a lower rate and not fixing it, cost the average person $300,000 in retirement. Rule number 3. According to David Bach, get on the 2 escalators to wealth and stay on them. There are 2 escalators to wealth in America. They are real estate and stocks. You have to own real estate and you have to own stocks. The system is rigged. And when I say rigged, I mean everything in this country is designed for those 2 asset classes to go higher. End of quote. To understand why this matters so much, Bach walks through the math of compound interest. If you invest $27.40 a day, that's $10,000 a year, in a diversified index fund, for 40 years, at the stock market's historical average return of 10%, you'd have $4 million for $124,000. End of quote. $27.40 a day is exactly what it costs to blow $10,000 in a year. Most of us are spending that on subscriptions, food delivery, and daily habits we don't even notice. For where to invest, Bach is specific. He recommends the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, ticker symbol VTI, which holds 3,600 companies in a single fund. You're basically an owner of America. One fund. No stock picking. No timing the market. You just own it and let it grow. End of quote. For 401k investors, Bach recommends a target date mutual fund, professionally managed, automatically adjusted for your age, set it and forget it. The people who invest in their 401k plans and just leave it alone, they're the ones who end up financially free. End of quote. Rule number 4, according to David Bach, get out of debt with a system, the DOLP method. DOLP stands for Done on Last Payment. It's a system Bach has been teaching for decades. Step 1. Print every credit card and debt statement you have. Create a file folder for each one. Write down the balance, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. Step 2. Pay off the smallest balance first, regardless of the interest rate. I want you to reduce the number of credit cards you have as fast as you can. Every card you eliminate is one fewer trap, one fewer late fee risk, one fewer way the banks can collect from you. End of quote. Step 3. Once that card is gone, roll what you were paying into the next smallest balance. Then the next. Step 4. Automate the minimum payment on every card today. This prevents late fees and protects your credit score. Bach also recommends calling each card company and asking them to move your billing date to line up with your paycheck. Most will do it. On store credit cards, Bach is emphatic. Please, please, please say no to those cards. Do not take the 10% discount. That card will get jacked up to 20, 25, or 30% interest. Stop taking credit cards out. They are traps. End of quote. And for anyone who feels too overwhelmed to start, Bach has a message. It actually doesn't take you being debt-free to feel better. It just takes you starting the process and working on getting debt-free. You will feel better instantly, because when you don't deal with your finances, you know you're not dealing with it. It never goes away. End of quote. Rule number 5. According to David Bach, build your 3-account system and get into real estate as soon as you can. Beyond retirement, Bach teaches everyone to build 3 separate financial buckets, all automated. The first is your security account, a true emergency fund. 3 to 5% of every paycheck, going into a money market account automatically. Target 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This is not for a trip. This is not to redo the yard. This is for an emergency. Period. End of quote. The second is the dream account. The way dreams come true is you fund for them. Choose how much you want to put in the dream account. If your dream is a year or 2 away, money market. 5 years out, a balanced mutual fund. 7 years, all stocks. End of quote. The third is real estate. Homeownership is the single most important thing in America that creates generational wealth. Families that own homes have a net worth that gets inherited. Families that rent, they don't. End of quote. Bach is realistic about first homes. Your first home is never a dream home. It is smaller than you want. It is not in the neighborhood you want. That's okay. Get in. Build equity. Use that foundation to move forward. End of quote. And for anyone who thinks it's too late, Bach ran the numbers at one of his events for a woman in her early 50s. If she and her husband each saved $20 a day and invested it for the next 15 years, they would have close to $500,000 by retirement. Is it better to have $500,000 at 65 or have nothing? Start with the $20 a day. End of quote. Here's how David Bach closes every conversation like this one. I want you to pay yourself first. 1 hour a day of your income, automatically, for life. And if you can't start with that, start with something. Put down the phone and go do something today where you are saving money automatically. It will change your life. End of quote. 5 rules. All proven. All teachable by one of the most trusted voices in personal finance. The decision is yours. Make it today.